What is up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. We've got an Alliance War video from the season. So yeah, it's just a video I never really uploaded. It's been just kind of sitting there for like 2 weeks. Anyways, we've got a mystic on the first node. It is Bane, and I forget the other node. I think it's the one with the armor, where you have to get like after 40 hits you start doing like crazy damage. But we're going in with Quake, so both of those nodes do not matter. And yeah, not running suicides on this magic, so it's gonna take a little while. Plus on Quake, I'm also not running suicides. So yeah, quite a simple fight, honestly. The only scary part is when you miss a parry, since Magic and I think Captain Marvel, the old one, have that multiple kick animation. Sometimes it is hard to dodge all the hits effectively, or not getting nicked by that last hit. But yeah, got her down before the Bane came back on us, so looking good so far. Alright, on to our next fight. I believe I took this a node or two because there's 2 voids back to back, so it was just safer for me to take these 2 nodes noted. That way the guy in the middle wouldn't have to worry about another debuff and can just run it with Blade. But we got a mutant here, and yeah, I'm hoping it's not an Iceman. I do believe it ends up being a Domino, and we're gonna have to deal with, I believe, masochism bubble shield against a Domino, so could be potentially scary. The fact that Domino automatically reduces 15% of your ability accuracy. 15% is a lot. I mean, like with the global node, where small champions evade, have a 5% chance to evade. And even that is like a lot, and that's just 5%, which is crazy. But yeah, like 2 procs and it's only been 11 hits. That's like 20% chance. Oh, that's another one. I think that might have been from the lucky though. But yeah, Domino with the global is just, it's just so absurd. There's another evade, like 4 evades, and I'm only 20 hits in. Got an L2, so gonna help us with the infection as well. Alright, so we're 40 hits in, and yeah, we kind of got on lockdown. Let's see, and yeah, I think we've gotten 5 evades. I think 2 of them from her being lucky. Well, there's another evade. Yeah, man, this evade node is just, it's too much. Like, you think like, okay, 5-8, it's not that bad, but then like in reality I was like, oh my god, every other attack is an evade, it feels like, even though it's been 70 hits. But keep in mind that like 20 of those hits, or I'm not sure how many specials I threw, it might have been 30 of those hits around there, has been from a special too, which they can't evade out of. So can't even count those, or when I parry and medium light those 2 hits, because I'm not sure if that person was running limber. Yeah, so now we're fighting an Annihilus, which is tough on Aegis heavy, but I just kind of went for it, and it kind of worked out, and just went for the heavies, and yeah, I'm like, excuse me. So yeah, it kind of just worked out for me, and now I'm just trying to bait a SP2, and got that. And so at the end of the SP2, I just evade like a ton of times to use the Slayful charges. That way I don't have to deal with them later on. And as you can see, you can comfortably evade and light or medium attack. I use light attack, I believe, out of his first medium. The other thing I've noticed is pretty difficult is trying to evade Annihilus's SP1, like the first 2 hits. Like if you don't get caught by the first one, you get caught by the second one, and I don't really know why that is. Maybe it's my timing, I don't know, but it's weird. Like I don't think I've had this much trouble evading out of any other champion's specials. Like okay, there's War Machine, but I mean, okay, there's War Machine, but you can do other things like oh my god, I'm sorry, I'm like fumbling over my words. There's War Machine, but that's just I mean, that's just difficult. But this one, it's like no matter what I do, I always get nicked. But aside from that, like most specials, with enough practice, you can just like evade them right, but I'm not sure if it's my spacing or not. Alright, going on to the next 2 fights. We got a Mystic, Power Star 1, and Aspect of Evolution. We've already fought a Magic, and we do end up waiting for those links to be cleared, because Aspect of Evolution is a pretty crazy node. Longer the fight, the tougher it gets, unless you're using Quake. But yeah, just in case, waiting for that node to come down, and yeah, we're just gonna use Quake. We won't have to deal with Juggernaut's Unstoppable, except for the start of the fight, and plus we have the class advantage, and yeah, we're just gonna hang out over here by the wall. Our best friend when it comes to Quake. Play a little bit of stun immune. I don't really know why I did that. It was probably because of the stun or the aftershock about to wear off. Usually I like to play if like it's about to be, if they're about to get stunned, I usually play stun immune sometimes, not always, but I don't know why, but I just like kind of throw it out there randomly sometimes. Alright, and this fight is almost over, and there we go. Alright, we've got another fight before we start hitting mini bosses. I believe I let other people take the other 2 fights afterwards. We've got another Mystic, and this Mystic has 3 persistent charges, so we already know this is going to be a Mephisto. I've been thinking actually of making an infograph of all the champions with persistent charges. It would just make it a hell of a lot easier on lane 7, which you guys already know I run pretty often. It's the only reason I have those detect masteries as well. Otherwise you don't like ever actually need them. So yeah, I'm thinking about that. Other things that I kind of don't feel like going through the list. But yeah, I think I probably will end up making it. It'll help me out and help other people out, so it's kind of like a win-win. Alright, and this Mephisto is a third of the way down. It's got protection. I could have sworn, I think that there might be a link where you have that where their ability actually can't be reduced, and that actually affects the protection when you're using Quake. So even if you're reducing the ability accuracy, the protection doesn't go down. Alright, and I wait for this. Oops. I wait for these champions or these fights to go down. I don't take these just because it's smarter to use Blade and then a Ghost on the next fight. So they ended up clearing that, and basically all I had to do was take down an Annihilus. Regardless, Annihilus isn't an easy fight, guys. Especially like I'm not even a good I'm alright at Quake, but I'm nothing crazy. I think if I boosted, I'm not sure if I would have I mean, if I used the 3 times indestructible boost, yeah, I would have lived. But if I use like a attack boost, I'm not sure if I would have finished the fight first. just because Quake is so good at like if you boost her attack, like it just her potential, man. Alright, and the good thing about Annihilus is that he applies those armor breaks and stifles, and because Quake isn't really messing around with those evades, they don't really matter too much because I'll never be attacking into him. And I make a mistake. This is what caused me to die. Spoiler alert. Okay, so he's halfway there, and this is still like manageable. But I'm not sure what it was. That I think I thought yeah, like at this point I know I'm dead. I'm not gonna evade this SP2, so I just tried to get as much chip damage as possible. But I think it was a timing thing where I let go of my heavy to Dex because I saw him coming in, and my timing was off slightly, and it caused me to throw a heavy attack. So I just revive here, put in 2 health potions, I just finished the fight because it just, I think the only other champions that could like probably do this is probably like Ghost, and I don't know. I'll have another war video out in like 2 days, I believe. And I kind of need you guys' help. It was a Nick Fury fight, but I know it's like a super difficult fight. But I mean, when the time comes, I'll ask for suggestions. But yeah, I'm always open to feedback. Whenever I see comments and saying like you should do this or this, but because sometimes you're wrong, and yeah, you just gotta keep an open mind. But guys, that is it to the Alliance War video. Thank you guys for watching. I'm sorry I scrubbed it up. I believe we had 1 death. I think it was only a single death to this Annihilus. So I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.